Welcome all of you to the online class of biology. Children, we have already completed chapter 11, biotechnology and its applications. So today we'll be starting the new lesson, that is chapter 12, biotechnology and its applications, where all biotechnology is applied. So as we have studied, biotechnology deals with the industrial scale production of biopharmaceuticals, isn't it, and biologicals using genetically modified microbes, fungi, plants, animals, etc. We have already studied that how they are utilized. Okay, so the major fields where the biotechnology is applied includes therapeutics, okay, medicines, the diagnostics, means where we can find out the diseases, which kind of disease is present in a person, deceased person, understood, identification of a particular disease. Then genetically modified crops for agriculture. Okay, so this we will study in detail, that is how the genetically modified crops are useful for the agricultural purposes. For different purposes we can modify the crops, okay, so that the yield will be more. Then processing of food, processed food, bioremediation, okay, waste treatment, energy production. So like this, in different fields nowadays biotechnology is used. Okay, so there are three critical research areas, okay, or in biotechnology three critical research areas are there, that are, okay, providing the best catalyst in the form of improved organisms, usually a microbe or pure enzyme. So we have already studied, isn't it? There are what many organisms are used to produce the product in large amount, and for this the organism or the microbes, okay, should be modified, isn't it, genetically modified, so that they can provide what, the best catalyst, or they can act as the best catalyst in the form of what, in the form of improved organism. Okay, so if we do the modification in the organism, they can act as the best catalyst, okay, to produce the product of our interest in large amount. Okay, usually this the catalyst can be the microbe or pure enzyme. Then second area is creating optimum conditions, okay, optimal conditions through engineering for a catalyst to act, because microorganism can work in a maximum condition if we provide all the what, the optimum conditions. Temperature should be optimum, pH should be optimum, so all this optimal condition should be provided, so that it can act to the best. Understood? So what are the optimum conditions, optimal conditions, okay, and how so that the production can be increased. Then next is what, downstream processing technologies to purify the protein or organic compound. We have already studied that. See, in bioreactors, by providing the optimum conditions, we can get the product. But the product which we are getting directly from the bioreactors, we cannot use it. It has to be it has to be purified, it has to be tested, then only we can use it. So this is the third research area where biotechnological biotechnological research area. This is the third biotechnological research area. Understood? So like this, these are the three critical research areas where found in biotechnology. Okay, that is providing the best catalyst in the form of improved organisms, usually a microbe or pure enzyme. Second is creating optimal conditions through engineering. Then third is downstream. So in this different ways, biotechnology is very useful for the improvement of the quality of human life in different fields. So let's study one by one. Okay, so the first one is what, biotechnological application in agriculture. Okay, so as we know, the human population is increasing day by day, and there should be some what options. There are three options that can be what used for increasing the food production. So the first one is what? Agrochemical based agriculture. Agrochemical based agriculture means what? Here the production of increased production of the crops by using various chemical substances, isn't it? Fertilizers, then what? Pesticides. With the use of all this, we can increase the production of the agricultural yield. So this is one method. Okay, then second one is what? Organic agriculture. Then second is organic agriculture, where the biopesticides, biofertilizers, etc. are used. But even though we say that that is not so effective, okay, and it is not so means it is costly also. Okay, and the third one is what? Genetically engineered crop based agriculture. Okay, so we are going to study about that. Okay, so you would have heard about green revolution, okay, where new varieties of crops, high yielding varieties of crops were used. Then better management practices were used. Then various agrochemicals like what? Fertilizers, chemical fertilizers, chemical pesticides, etc. are used. We have studied this in ninth class, isn't it? So by using all this, the production could be increased, but at the same time it was creating lot of problems also. First of all, the farmers were not able to buy the agrochemicals like what? Pesticides, fertilizers, etc., because it is expensive. Okay, then the next one is what? It is also producing a number of environmental pollutions. If what the amount of fertilizers, chemicals, etc. are used, if we are increasing that, that is going to affect the environment very badly. Understood? So when we consider all this, the bad effects of green revolution. Green revolution is what? Using of various good varieties of crops, increased management of crop practices, etc. The production of crops increase, that is known as what? Green revolution. And even though it is having one side as advantage, the other side is having lot of disadvantages also. So the other option for the farmers is what? Use of genetically modified crops. Okay, so let's see what is this genetically modified organisms or genetically modified crops. So any plants, bacteria, fungi or animals whose genes have been altered, okay, by manipulation, means by biotechnological method, by genetic engineering method. If any genes are added to a particular to the genome of a particular organism, or a part of it has been removed, okay, or added, so whatever if any change is done in the genome of an organism, that particular organism is known as what? Genetically modified organism. Understood? So genetically modified organisms are what? It can be organisms, can be what? Plants, bacteria, fungi or animals whose genes have been altered by manipulation in their genetic level. So there are various of what reasons for genetic modifications in the crops. For example, crops were made more tolerant to abiotic stresses, okay, by biotechnological method. Or one example for genetically modified organism is what? Crops which are tolerant to abiotic stresses. Abiotic stresses means what? Abiotic means non-living, isn't it? So the plants which are resistant to cold conditions, drought conditions, salt conditions, heat, etc. are developed. Okay, then next word, another modification is what? Reduced reliance on chemical pesticides. Okay, means they are self-resistant to certain pests. Understood? They need not to be what applied with the chemical pesticides. Then what help to reduce post harvest losses. Post harvest losses means what? After harvesting, if the fruits or if the crop yield, if we are not able to what conserve them properly, it may get lost. Okay, and that will be leading to great loss for the farmers. Okay, so by biotechnological methods, okay, we can reduce the post harvest losses. Then increased efficiency of mineral usage by plants. Okay, so what efficiency, if it is high for the plants, that will prevent early exhaustion of fertility of the soil. Means the plants use of the minerals can be means its efficiency can be increased by biotechnological methods. Okay, then enhanced nutritional value of food. For example, golden rice is a kind of rice which is having extra vitamin A in them. Understood? So what additional nutritional value is given by biotechnological method. So these are some of the fields where biotechnology is used in agriculture. Understood? Or biotechnology tried to bring all this kind of things in the agriculture. So in addition to this, okay, genetically modified organisms has been used to create tailor-made plants to supply alternative resources to industries. Okay, starches, fuels, or pharmaceuticals, etc. means the plants which are modified genetically can be used for the production of what? Some of the raw materials of industries, like what? Like starches, fuels, pharmaceuticals, etc. Okay, so we are going to study, so all this are what? The fields where biotechnology is used to improve the crop production or crop yield. Okay, by so for example, for if the crops are more tolerant to abiotic stresses, the yield will increase, isn't it? How? Because if the plant is able to grow even in drought conditions, the yield is going to increase. And likewise, if the plant is needs less chemical pesticides, then it is useful for the farmers, and also means the loss of the farmers will be less, isn't it? And also it can protect the environment. So likewise, different fields biotechnology is used in agriculture. So here we are going to study about the biotechnology, use of biotechnology in the production of pest resistant plants. So one example that we are going to study is Bt. Okay, that is Bt toxin. Okay, produced by a bacterium known as Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay, Bt we call in short. Okay, Bt toxin. Bt toxin gene has been cloned from the bacteria and will be expressed in plants to produce resistant to insects without the need of insecticide. So if that see, for example, Bacillus thuringiensis is a bacterium that can produce, okay, that can produce a particular protein, and that protein can kill the pest which is attacking various plants like cotton plants, corn, okay, rice, tomato, potato, etc. And this gene, that protein is produced by the bacteria, and this bacterial protein can kill the pests which are attacking the different crops. So by biotechnological method, the gene which is responsible for the production of this particular protein is isolated and introduced in the plants itself. So the plant need not to be supplied with the any toxins to kill the pest. Understood? So before that, what farmers were doing is they simply spray the spores of this Bacillus thuringiensis to the plant's leaves. Okay, so what they are against, they can what act against some of the insects like lepidopterans, then what dipterans, then coleopterans, etc. Okay, and this Bacillus thuringiensis forms protein crystals during their growth, and this crystals contain a particular toxin, okay, insecticidal protein, understood. So this is the toxic substance, and this protein will get activated only in the gut of the insect, okay. In the insects ingest the protein, then only it will become active, okay, due to the alkaline pH of the gut of the insect, understood. In the insect's gut there is alkaline pH, and this is necessary for the protein to act, because it is, otherwise it is produced as a protoxin. It will not be active in other medium. It needs that particular pH of the insect's gut. So this protein, okay, they will get bind to the surface of the midgut epithelial cells and create certain pores, and this pores will result in the death of the insect by causing swelling and lysis, okay. The cells will get lysed, okay, or destroyed, and this will lead to the death of the insect, understood. So this is how this protein works in the insects. So specific toxic Bt toxin genes were isolated from Bacillus thuringiensis, and then it is incorporated into several crops such as cottons, okay, or tomato, etc. Understood? So this kind of plants are known as Bt cotton or Bt tomato. Likewise, different what plants were made, crops were made. So how it is made? By taking the gene which is responsible for the production of the protein in Bacillus thuringiensis, and that particular gene is introduced into the crops itself instead of spraying the Bacillus thuringiensis spores into the leaves before as it was done. So different Bt toxin genes were isolated from Bacillus thuringiensis, and it will be incorporated into the several crops, okay. So which gene should be selected, that depends upon the crop in which we are going to introduce the gene, and also the targeted pest, which the pest is to be targeted on that basis, okay. And most Bt toxins are insect group specific, and the toxin is coded by a gene Cry1AC named Cry, okay. This you have to learn, okay. And you can see that there are number of this kind of genes, okay. For example, the proteins encoded by the gene Cry1AC and Cry2AB, they control the cotton bollworms. All this you have to study specifically because it was asked, okay. And Cry1AB controls corn borer. Corn borer means it's what a kind of what insect that is found as a borer in the corn plants, okay. Mean their stems will be bored, okay. So Cry1AC and Cry2AB, they control the cotton bollworms, okay. It kind of worms only, and that of Cry1AB controls the corn borer. So is it clear what we have studied today? So Bacillus thuringiensis, don't forget this. This is the name of the bacterium, okay, whose product known as Cry protein is lethal to the pests, okay, which are attacking to the crops, okay. And because of this we can use this Bacillus thuringiensis as a bio pesticide. So in the earlier days, what we used to do, we used to spray the spores of this bacteria in the leaves of the plants, and later on by biotechnological method, okay, what we are doing is the gene which is responsible for production of this particular protein is isolated, and it is incorporated into different plants, okay. So as it is incorporated into different plants, okay, they themselves is resistant to the pest, okay, like what corn borer, understood, or bollworms, etc. Understood. And how they work is this toxin, how they work, they will get activated in the alkaline pH of the insects, and once they become activated, they will go and make some inflammation. Okay, and the cells of this gut will be destroyed, and that will lead to the death of the organism. Is it clear? So in this way, Bt toxin, okay, or Bacillus thuringiensis gene is taken and used to protect the plants from various insects. So this much is clear, I hope. We will continue in the next class. Thank you.